Ooh, new account not even 2 days old. And 2400, that's a little bit dubious. That's a bit dubious, isn't it? 39 hours old. Okay, 1869. Good luck. We've actually played before. That could have been any time control. If you see any account on the platform, you see your score like that, click on it, it'll bring the game up that you've actually played, or the games. D4 more already. Let's play D4 for this one. Our opponent, how many? 6,000 games of rapid. It's a lot more than I've done. I've done nearly 1,200. Let's just develop our bishop here and get it outside the pawn chain. We might trade the bishop, probably not for the knight just yet, depends what our opponent does. And then we'll just aim to get castle, get the bishop up somewhere, castle. Well, we can't move the bishop like a knight, but you know what I mean. Okay, he's gone with the knight, so we'll just push the pawn. So we've got a few options for the bishop depending on what black does. And then we'll just aim to castle. Okay, so I think bishop up makes good sense here. You just got to watch out for this pawn push. You'll see it in a lot of puzzles. Sometimes you got to commit yourself to trading at the right moment, but it's still a nice square for the bishop. We'll just get castled. But at some point this could happen, and if you don't do anything here, obviously you can lose a piece. So just something to be aware of, this sort of idea. But we're just trying to get ourselves castled, get a playable position for us and our opponent, and then figure out what to do. So that's the first stage done. The king's castled, same for our opponent. So we could go c4 and really charge the centre. It depends if we want to do e4 or not. c4 very good in principle. You could go c5. I think I'm going to play rook across first, and it gives me the option to drop the bishop right back if I need to, if I decide not to trade here. I think knight up is a very good move here as well. It just breaks the structure up. But knight in now, he's kind of committed to trade, isn't he? Now he could go back, we trade everything and go f4. That's a little bit bold. Not really my style, but I think it's a good principled move, so I'll do it. Okay, so he's covered this idea, so we can trade things off just in a different way. So if I take... Yeah, I think it makes sense to take. He's going to play c5 at some point, so I'll just develop my knight. Mustn't pre-move, of course, though, because he could go this way, then my bishop would be hanging. Okay, he's gone with the queen, so it's fine to develop my knight. Then I'm reserving c3 or c4, depending on how attacking black turns out to be. Just click the little heater off there, it's not too cold today. So I like knight up here, very natural square. We're getting ready to jump in, attack the queen. Black can always advance into our half as well. Yeah, so he has indeed pushed forward. So I like the idea, just a simple c3 here. Just slow and steady does it. He'd probably push on. He doesn't this move, but then we've got a decision to make. So what do we do? I think I'll play rook across first. I'd probably go defensive, but let's see. Oh, that might give us queen up. No, it just gives him an advanced move, doesn't it? So do we go here? Do we go here? Let's jump a knight forward. But now I've got to be careful about f6 being played. So he comes up, we'll drop our bishop back. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with trading here. It'll create an imbalance. 2 bishops and a knight each. But if he pushes, if I go here, once I've done it, I'm committed to being on that diagonal. So he's played knight forward, so my bishop now hangs. So I think it makes good sense to trade it. Now what do we do about this knight, or indeed him about our knight? I like the idea in a way of taking here and breaking this structure, but it could weaken our position. I could take here and create an imbalance this way, but then my knight might get trapped. I guess it can run here, here. Here's the knight getting stuck. Maybe. f3 could be a good principal move here. Kick his knight back. Let's do that actually. Let's go f3 and kick his knight and see where he ends up. And what am I down? Not too far. Excuse me. So I could go f4. Again, I've just got to be careful about getting my knight trapped. But my gut feeling is to bring the bishop back this way rather than this way. Do I do that? Do I do that? I can see this attack coming, you see, so I'm more about going something like this. I want to go here as well, make sure my knight can retreat. I guess he just comes back in, but we can come around the angles. Now I'm going to play bishop back first, and I'm going to play f4, I think. Again, depends what black does. If you takes, I'll take back, then f4 is not as tempting. And I'm already a minute down. Oh, he's pushed forward, so it kind of restricts us from going back now. Logical. We could go b3 and chip away at the pawn structure then. What's wrong with that? Hit the pawn. We might get a chance to take. It's dangerous because it could open the diagonal up. Then I'll probably do this and go back here, but I've got a nice centre potential now. Just don't want to get my knight trapped. Actually, I'm going to do that. Oh, should I though? If he goes here, it chips away at this, doesn't it? So I can go here, knight down, bishop up, f5. Not liking the look of that. Should I be bold? I guess he'll just push down. I'm going to be bold and challenge this structure and try and open things up and hope my king is kind of half safe. What am I, a minute and a half down on the clock now? So the second half I'm going to have to play a lot quicker than the first half. I might not be able to. Let's activate the rook. So I'm going to have to play some relatively quick moves. So I need queen, 1, 2, 3 moves just to go here. And hope my knight isn't trapped. Like say he moves and he's got f6 coming. Oh, he's played bishop across. Okay. So we could play a rook here. I'm not sure I should, but we could. Knight here isn't a move. I guess I got rook across then. Because if he plays rook here, we've got knight here, right? So let's just come across and hit the bishop. I'm not quite sure what he was aiming for there. Well, unless he wants to burst and he wants to protect this, so maybe. Let's play queen across then and half cover this. We might get ready to try and start launching one, but I don't quite see it working. So I've got queen here, queen here. Wait, if I go here, he has to guard, right? But there's no knight in. Here, in here, he'll have to play f5. It just feels a little bit wrong, doesn't it? Let's advance the queen and maybe play rook across. Oh, he's just played knight in and he's hit our pawn and I've missed that completely. I guess I can go here and hit the bishop. And then can I guard this? Or do I go here? I think I should go the forward one. I might be getting trapped. If I go here, I can retreat, but he can push. Now let's go here so I can retreat. I might have to play e4 now. If he takes, we can take the bishop. There might be a bit of a mess created here. Rook across, e4. But his bishop can't move this move. But I could go here and bishop up, couldn't I? Allow him to take here. Here, knight takes, bishop here looks very good. I'm going to gamble here and put the bishop on an active file. So if he takes, I go here, right? So we hit the queen, we hit the knight. He moved really quickly there, didn't he? Maybe he's got a trick. But he's just gone back. He's just gone back over. This must be good for us, surely. There must be something here. Pawn up. Takes, he takes. Queen up. I'm going to play f5. We might be just hopelessly lost here, of course. I might have just completely miscalculated everything. Could be hopelessly lost here. Now he can move his bishop. That's problematic. So let's take, threaten to take, and then maybe queen back. So let's redeploy the queen. I don't actually know where to. I might have to trade a rook. This is loose. No, if I move across, he can come in, can't he? There's a target, but I need to get one of the rooks off the board. I think this is hopeless. I think it's hopeless, this. Let's play queen up. Yeah, I've given myself too much work to do this game. Too much. Knight here. We attack this pawn. But it feels like the end is coming, doesn't it? It feels like it's inevitable here. We've messed this one up. Excuse me. Oh, the cup's a bit far away there. He just needs to use his time wise, you know. He's still got a minute, half an o'clock. That's what it's for. Just slow down and use it. I guess a pawn push, and it's not looking very promising. Here, even if we take, he can just march on. I've got to get counterplay, and I don't see it. Here, takes down. It's just resignable, isn't it, really? It's just kind of resignable, I think. So knight across or knight back and sack. Is that an idea? Knight back and just go all in for the sack. Let's do it. Let's just go all in for the sack, because I think it's lost. So we'll just try and open the king's defences up and hope for the best, but I don't think it's much at all. Don't think I've got anything, so that's all we're aiming for. Just completely remove the king's defences. But my pieces I don't think are actually enough here. There's a distraction there, but it's not really a threat. It's more distraction. I think he just needs to open this up, run your pawn, and it's finished. That's, I think, in principle, what he needs to do. At least that's a check, though. Takes, takes, takes. Queen across, we can check here as well. If you block, I guess we can check. Eventually, it's going to run out, isn't it? But I didn't see anything else here. Didn't see any other ideas. But of course, he'll be aware of what our idea is. He can't really miss it. A strong player. So he's played queen up. So he's allowing this concept. And then we can take with a rook, right, and hit the queen. That's kind of what I was aiming for. Okay, let's go for it then. It's not a check, this follow-up. It's not a check. So he's got a spare move. But then we're attacking here with the rook and the queen. But we have to go for this. If we could bail out with a draw, it would be a terrific result. So I can take here now. Has he gone wrong? Because he can't block here. We just pin the queen. Has he gone wrong here? He should have just been pushing and blasting his pawn. Now, if he takes, he's still got a rook and a knight against the queen and a bishop each. But if he goes here now, we just pin. Has he got a good reply, like a good knockout reply? I don't see it. The knight can't attack the queen. The bishop can't attack the queen. The rook can't attack the queen. Yeah, so surely we just check here now. Oh, we can't go here, though. Here, here. We can't go here. So you might have found a move. But I can check here, right? I think he has to go here. So where's the finish? Check. He can't block with a queen. We just pin. So that's... He really has to go here. Only move. So here, here. And I don't have that immediate check. I could take. He takes. Queen takes. Then at least I'm back in the game. But I don't see the finish. But here. Here. Bishop here looks strong as well. But it's got to be the queen, surely. Oh, do I just go here? Then he can pin with his queen. Here, he can block. Here, he goes here. Bishop up, I don't like that. Let's go with the queen. I don't like that. I don't see the finish. But I can win the piece here now and be back to queen and rook, and it's 4 pawns against 2. So I think I can just takes here with his king here, and we're threatening a nasty discovery, and he's got no check either. If he goes this side, we just bring the rook across. So it feels like I'm back in this now, but I don't see the checkmate. Oh, there might be one. There might be one actually with queen here. I might have seen it. Here, just queen here. If you block, we take. It might be over. He's gone this side. Surely just check with a bishop now. We might have swindled one. Feels like I might have swindled one here. So I just check. He'll have to give up the queen. No, I'm not bothered about how I win the game. I just want to win it. So the cleanest way is just check and collect here. I've got 3 minutes, but it feels like this will be a real swindle here. That's if I actually convert, of course. Now, if we could check here, we'd win the rook. So take here first, and if he takes, we can check and win the rook. So we could take the bishop, but I see the triangle here to win the rook instead. So I'll go for the rook. I think we've swindled this one. Very, very fortunate here. Very fortunate. That is barring mishaps, of course. You know, they do happen, but we should be good now. This is stopped, so just chuck the pawns up the board. Yeah, I think we've been fortunate, haven't we? We've messed up somewhere there. Let's just see what it was in engine language. So pause so we don't accidentally start another game. 47 moves. They're the move times for both players. Queen's pawn game, Zuckertalk variation. So let's just see if we were actually busted or if it wasn't as bad as it looked. It wasn't as bad as it looked. We're -1, so it's a bit up and down, but it wasn't as bad as it looked. But the game's only really turned there at move 37, where we played queen takes h6, and that's where he's gone wrong. So we've got 91 and 83 on the accuracy. We haven't actually blundered. Lots of mistakes, but no bad blunders. See, nothing being flagged really in the opening for either side. So we just have a quick flick through. So I preferred to play knight forward here instead of h6. But the trades are all good. f3 was a good move. Bishop back here was a good move as well. So was my centre break good or was it just bad? Should have played e4 immediately. Should have played e4 immediately. Just it's committal. Once you've done that, if you ever chip away at this, it all collapses. But e4 was the correct move to make instead of queen across. So this is where we get a little bit up and down with mistakes from both of us here. But queen b4 was good and a3 was good, but not f4. I should have gone to e4 again and just played e4 and kicked the knight. So f4 was the mistake, and I'm -1.1, and that's basically the worst that I was for the game. He should have played f6 to kick our knight instead of taking the pawn. So bishop up was good. Then I should have played queen to c5 instead of f5. But queen c7 was a blunder. He should have, just played b4 and blasted forward. So f takes was good. And again, queen to c5, looking for a trade in a broken structure, was the best that I had there. Didn't do it, but it's still level here. So queen to d2 we go wrong. We should have gone to b1. So we're getting to -1 again. And here I should have played bishop to g4 instead of the knight to g4. But basically I was just trying to go for the sack that we played. So he had rook to f8. In this position it's actually slightly better for us now. And the sacrifice was good. This was good. Queen e7 was a blunder. He had to run his king immediately. I guess we would throw a bishop check in. Or we check here. One or the other of these. Guess king here, queen here. And we'd try and eventually win this if we can. So king f7, h4 is the right move. I don't know if I'd play h4. That's again a bit bold for me. Knight back, and suddenly it's hard to attack, isn't it? We have to trade the bishop, and he just ignores it and attacks our rook. Okay, we guard our rook there. He drops back. We have to trade. We drop the bishop back. And we're a pawn up, but black has still got this push and try and create a passed pawn. Rook e2, but obviously some of them moves I'm just never going to play them. And with that blunder, it's actually now winning for us with the rook crashing through. Queen check was good. And here now it's the forced checkmate. We just have to find it. So bishop up was good. Rook was good. Takes was good. So I should have just actually gone forward here. Gone forward there. Okay, so queen up, king f8. Calmly bring the bishop up. The knight just takes a pawn and it's checkmate. So I just didn't see the actual quick checkmate, but I just want to win the game. I don't care how. Seen the triangle, win the rook, and then we just chuck the pawns at the board, bring the king with them, and eventually we'll get there. So it is what it is. A little bit fortunate with that one, but a good win in the end.